Welcome to Through the Looking Glass, where we take a look at current Catholic world news and events that affect the Catholic world. We begin today's Through the Looking Glass with news from La Crosse, Wisconsin. The Franciscan Sisters of Perpetual Adoration have been adoring Christ in the Blessed Sacrament for 142 years uninterrupted. After almost 1.5 centuries, they have decided to end this beautiful devotion of unbroken adoration this month. After 12 years of prayer and reflection, the sisters have decided to spend more time in active ministry rather than in front of our Lord in the Blessed Sacrament, Sister Aileen McKenzie, President of FSPA, stated. Daily adoration will now be available from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. only. Even though the tradition is coming to an end, the Franciscan order will continue to be called the Franciscan Sisters of Perpetual Adoration. Ironically, the light that has always been visible on top of chapel domes, signifying what used to be the ongoing adoration of the sisters, will be kept shining, in spite of this devotional tradition having been broken. While obviously annoyed, the president of the Italian Bishops' Conference has shown his disapproval at mounting criticism of Pope Francis among Catholics. He suggests that the faithful who do not appreciate the pontiff's style of leadership and teaching should consider becoming Protestant as an option. When speaking with the media at the end of January, Cardinal Bassetti was being quoted as saying, I quote, "Criticism is fine, but this destructivism, no. If someone doesn't like this Pope, let him say so, because he's free to choose other paths." Close quote. Now closer to home, in what seems to be viewed by some as a controversial decision, Archbishop Cyprian Kizito Lwanga of Kampala in Uganda has issued a decree forbidding the reception of Holy Communion in the hand. This to promote reverence for the Eucharist and to prevent abuses. Contained in a statement issued by the Archbishop and availed to ACI Africa, the Association for Catholic Information in Africa, we read, and I quote, "Henceforth it is forbidden to distribute or to receive Holy Communion in the hands." Close quote. Explaining the reasons that sanctioned the decree, Archbishop Lwanga said, and I quote, "Due to many reported instances of dishonoring the Eucharist that have been associated with reception of the Eucharist in the hands, it is fitting to return to the more reverent method of receiving the Eucharist on the tongue." Close quote. A book was written to mark the 100th anniversary of Saint Pope John Paul II's birthday, that of May 18, 1920. The book, published by Edizioni San Paolo and set for release on February 11, looks at the life and vocation of Saint Pope John Paul II, but also includes Pope Francis's response to questions from the author of the book, Father Ipikoko. Noting how often Pope Francis speaks of evil, he asked Pope Francis where he sees evil at work today. And I quote, "One place is gender theory," the Pope said. "Gender theory," he said, "has a dangerous cultural aim of erasing all distinctions between men and women, male and female, which would destroy at its roots God's most basic plan for human beings, diversity and distinction. It would make everything homogeneous, neutral. It is an attack on difference, on the creativity of God, and on men and women." Close quote. From me, Dan, and the Quid Verum team, that is all for now. Please pray for our church, and may Saint Michael protect us all. God bless.